Alright, anime fans, don't let the weird title fool you, because The Hentai Prince and the Stony Cat is way more than just another goofy, ecchi rom-com. Underneath all the comedy, awkward fan service, and ridiculous misunderstandings is a surprisingly emotional story about people struggling to express their true feelings. And honestly, this anime goes from funny, horny, idiot comedy to unexpectedly heartfelt real quick. At first glance, this looks like one of those typical anime, a perverted protagonist, cute girls, random comedy chaos. But the moment the mysterious stone cat statue gets involved, the story becomes something deeper. Because this anime isn't really about being perverted. It's about hiding emotions, pretending to be someone you're not, and the painful fear of showing your true self to others. So the story follows Yuto Yokodera, a high school student known as the Hentai Prince, because of his dirty thoughts and shameless personality. But here's the twist. Yuto actually wants to become more honest about his feelings. One day, he visits a mysterious statue called the Stony Cat. Legend says the cat can take away things people no longer want about themselves. Yuto wishes to stop hiding his true intentions. At the same time, another girl named Tsukiko Tsutsukakushi wishes to stop showing emotions so openly. The result? Chaos. Yuto loses the ability to hide what he's thinking, meaning he blurts out embarrassing and inappropriate thoughts constantly. Meanwhile, Tsukiko loses the ability to properly express emotions at all. And that's where the anime becomes both hilarious and surprisingly emotional. As the story continues, more characters become tied to the mysterious cat statue, leading to romantic misunderstandings, emotional secrets, family trauma, and identity struggles. What starts as comedy slowly turns into a story about emotional honesty and human connection. And by the end, the show becomes something to remember. At first, Yuto seems like your typical perverted anime protagonist. But underneath all the dumb, horny jokes, he's actually someone terrified of being fake. Once he loses his emotional filter, his life becomes a disaster because society honestly can't handle pure honesty all the time, and weirdly enough, that makes him feel more human. And Tsukiko Tsutsukakushi is really like the emotional heart of the anime. After making her wish, she struggles to express her feelings properly, which leads to some pretty funny moments, but honestly, also some genuinely sad ones. Watching her slowly try to reconnect emotionally with people becomes one of the strongest parts of the story. Now, this anime isn't just about perverted stuff all over the place, but things like emotional confrontations, romantic misunderstandings, and psychological awkwardness. And honestly, some conversations feel way more intense than actual fights because the characters are constantly struggling to communicate honestly. Coming to animation and music, the animation is colorful, soft, and very expressive. There are these really cute character designs and a bright atmosphere that just kind of pulls you in. When things get serious, the emotional lighting really stands out and sets the mood. Honestly, the anime balances comedy, romance, and emotional drama really smoothly. Plus, the soundtrack shifts so well between goofy comedy and surprisingly emotional scenes. It just works, you know? Coming to the themes, this is where the anime becomes way more interesting than people expect, and it kind of sneaks up on you. So first up, emotional honesty. The core message here is that, yeah, expressing your true feelings is hard as hell. People hide emotions because they fear rejection, they fear embarrassment, or they just want to fit in. Yuto and Tsukiko actually represent opposite extremes. One of them can't hide their feelings anymore, and the other can barely express feelings at all. And honestly, both situations end up being pretty painful. It's about identity. Characters in this anime are constantly struggling with who they really are, who society expects them to be, and whether honesty actually makes life better. The anime straight up asks, can people truly connect if everyone hides behind masks? It's about escapism versus reality. The Stony Cat grants wishes. But every wish comes with consequences. It's basically saying, be careful what part of yourself you throw away. That's honestly a pretty damn clever idea for a rom-com anime. So why shouldn't you skip this anime? Well, a lot of people do just because of the title. Big mistake. Yeah, it's got ecchi comedy, perverted jokes, and those silly anime moments. But underneath all that, there's actual emotional depth. For newer anime fans, this is a great example of how a series can mix comedy, romance, psychological themes, and emotional storytelling without feeling overly serious all the time. Final thoughts. The Hentai Prince and the Stony Cat sounds ridiculous. And honestly, parts of it absolutely are. But beneath the weird title and chaotic comedy is a genuinely heartfelt story about honesty, emotional vulnerability, and the difficulty of truly understanding people. It's funny, awkward, emotional, and surprisingly thoughtful. And honestly, any anime that can make you laugh at dumb, horny jokes one moment and then hit you emotionally the next deserves way more respect than people give it. That's it for today. Share your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe for more anime content. And I'll catch you in the next one, my anime fans.